These are the dealings. These are the paths that the Lord has continued to take me through. Some of you, the Holy Ghost will wake you at night and say, look at everybody sleeping. The more you are looking, the more your heart is getting heavier, heavy. The whole essence of that whole experience is to cast a weight on your soul. So you come to a point where you refuse that reality. You know, the devil can trap you in so much busyness, so much noise, that you will not really understand the signature of captivity that everybody is living under. One day the Holy Ghost will wake you up and say, observe everybody's life. Just look at everybody. This one is sick, treating one incurable sickness. This one has graduated since 2009. No door has ever opened. This one is pregnant, out of wedlock. This one is in prison. Oh, Jesus. And you are looking at the whole family. Nothing communicating honor is a sign that the Lord needs a disruptor of pattern, a breaker of cycle. Is a particular man I'm trying to describe. Your name is the disruptor of pattern. You came to spoil a flow of captivity that has continued to play out for years. Your mission is to scatter a protocol of wickedness, even if you die in the process. Your victory is that the story changed because you came. A disruptor of pattern, a breaker of cycle. When they emerge, you will know, because they will be plagued by the burden of the captivity of the bloodline. And if you are not careful, when you begin to sense that movement upon you, your greatest persecution will come from those that your life was supposed to bring out of captivity. They will mock you, call you all kinds of names. The burden that came upon you, it will begin to gear your life in another direction that is not consistent with the way of everybody in your bloodline. On the strength of that, you'll be misunderstood. You'll be called names. But there is something that is wrong in the realm of the spirit that the God has called you to address. There are those among us who will become disruptors of patterns. It is you that will break a cycle, something that has continued to happen for dispensation to dispensation. It is from you that a new model will be brought into that narrative. And it will be known that it is in the day of James, in the day of Onu, son of Obed. That's when the reign of captivity was broken over this bloodline. That is when the men of this household began to lift up their head. That was the man that fought the horn that was scattering Judah, Jerusalem, making sure that no man can lift up their head. But the day carpenters show up, men can lift up their head. Tonight, I'm sharing these things with you to bring you to a place of holy provocation, so that you would know that your warfare in the spirit is not just for your own relief alone. There are a generation of people depending on your capacity to wage war now, so that another generation can enter peace. David fought 66 battles and gave peace to Solomon. When it was time for Solomon to ascend the throne, everybody that was supposed to fight, they became fearful of Israel. Will the powers of the enemy submit themselves before your children come? Or you will bring innocent children into captivity and warfare? The same illness and disease that ravaged your life growing up, you can now look at a young child that came from your loins. Same signature. It means the enemies still came to keep another generation under captivity. It was as good as you never existed. Since your children should fight the same battle you fought, there was no advantage they got from you. It was as good that you never gave them any advantage in the spirit, since they too were brought into a warfare that they never bargained for. Hey, that fasting demand, that thing whispering, can you just tarry? Can you not stay away from food for just 21 days? It's not about your freedom alone. There are people who can be born with proclivities. The way you are going like this, a seed can come from you that will have an unusual penchant for immorality, and the boy will not know where his fight is coming from. He got a portion from your own fraternity. That's why tonight, if you are actually desperate in the spirit, you will realize that the warfare that is demanded of you to fight against corruption is not just for your own benefit. There is a generation counting on you, hoping that you can fight and plant banners of victory. They are born into peace. I told myself a few years ago, I'll fight my wars. I'll fight my battles. All captivity that I saw will die with me. My children will not enter this warfare. I will fight in my last breath. I will war with any nature that is trying to domesticate the inhabitant of my bloodline. Some of you open your eye and you realize everybody in your bloodline, they are victims of immorality. Your great-grandfather has several children out of wedlock. Your grandfather, many children, he does not even know their mothers. Your own father, you can look, it is before your eye. Before your eye. You can see a man who is trying. He is trying to be a responsible man. But there are laws at work that transcends his capacity. Hi, Jesus. One day, a very loyal, a moral man. One day, a strange woman just came and said, I came to bring your son to you. And you see a man who have tried to model integrity. His head down. They conquered him. They made sure his strength cannot prevail. When you see these things, it's a sign that there is war at the gate. You already know that it's coming from me too. It has flowed from one generation, second generation, third generation. Now you are fourth. You think they are not coming for you? They are preparing. If you are sincere with yourself, you can look inward and see the way you feel. You can see the movement of corruption that is trying to domesticate you. You can see the desires that crosses your mind. It's an ancient warfare. Many have fought before you. But there's a prophecy that has actually anticipated your arrival. They knew that they were weak. That day your father was brought to shame because of that scandal that came upon his name. It was his cry, his secret desire. One day a warrior will emerge. One will come from among us. One will emerge in whom the shame and ridicule of corruption will not be able to subjugate. Are you the one who is to come? Are you the one that can change this pattern forever? Are you going to be the first person to be legally married in that family? Are you the one that can fight the warfare? See, there are families, everybody become drunks. They have an unusual proclivity for alcohol. Everybody is high. Before you know it, they become non-entities in society. So the code of captivity written by princes is that we will lock up the greatness of every member of this bloodline on the table of alcohol and red wine. So the moment the heavens program greatness into any child, he enters that bloodline. They say, bring the ancient tool that everybody before him has fallen for. So they bring your own dose of drunkenness. Before you know it, you will find out that all the people Satan is bringing your way as friends are people that are frantically trying to introduce you to alcohol. No, they are not your friends. They are agents, ancient agents, trying to make sure your own story too ends as every other man before you. Somebody tonight will go against a warfare that has lasted for maybe 400 years. 400 years of defeat in that bloodline. A man will emerge tonight. One in whom the Holy God will teach his fingers to fight and his hand to war. And you will suddenly come into strength to say no to the works of the flesh and introduce a new era to your bloodline. Are you willing to drink the cup? Are you willing to pay the price you must pay if you will disrupt the pattern? Tonight I came to stir up men and women who will be disruptors of patterns. They will be breakers of cycles. They will scatter patterns, end patterns forever, and introduce a new reality to their bloodline. Hey, Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Yes, the stone that the builders have rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Something good can come out. A global voice can emerge. A man of honor can arise. Brothers and sisters, do not take the things I've shared with you lightly tonight. Remember your region. Remember where you came from. Do men come out from there? Do light emerge from there? Listen, my brother. Listen, my sister. You have been battered, afflicted. You go to bed every night. A stranger comes and sleeps with you without your consent. You wake up in tears. Oh, it has happened again. Are you not worried that your daughter is now also coming to tell you that somebody came and slept with her in the night? How long shall this thing continue? Will another generation be sold into captivity again? It will continue until a warrior emerges, a disruptor of pattern, a breaker of cycle. God must raise one in every generation, a man who will say enough is enough. And that statement, enough is enough, he said it on the altar. He tarries on the altar and judges wickedness from the throne eternal.